want you to only stretch to the point of tightness, never ever pain. Because when you have a muscle that is really tight and it is wrapped or it's impinging that nerve, and then you go to stretch that muscle or overstretch it, you really want to get into that position of stretch and you feel that pain. Nerves do not like being stretched and in turn can cause you more pain. So please keep that in mind before or while you're doing these stretches. Hello there, my beautiful pain freedom friend. This month's theme is going to be all about releasing the neck and the shoulder. But first, before we start, I want to remind you, when you are doing these stretches, I want you to only stretch to the point of tightness, never ever pain. Because when you have a muscle that is really tight and it is wrapped or it's impinging that nerve, and then you go to stretch that muscle or overstretch it, you really want to get into that position of stretch and you feel that pain. Nerves do not like being stretched and in turn can cause you more pain. So please keep that in mind before or while you're doing these stretches. So first stretch. I am sitting at the edge of a chair. I do not want you sitting way back in the chair. I want you sitting at the edge of the chair. My hand is going to be cuffed underneath the chair. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a deep breath. You want to make sure too that the shoulders are back and down. So I'm going to turn to the side. So the shoulders should be back and down. So again, if you are doing this stretch and it's forward, you're not going to get that deep, deep, deep stretch into the shoulder. So glenohumeral joint is back and down. Hand is cuffed underneath the chair, spine is straight. So you're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to exhale. Remember, fogging that mirror, no blowing candles out. And then I'm going to look just a little bit down to the ground. Oh yeah, right there. You can feel the stretch right through the side of the shoulder and up into the head. Deep breath in. Exhale. Again, deep breath in. Exhale. And now you're going to come up, straighten the head. Let the arm go and then palm goes to the back and to the front. So watch as my arm rotates. Back to the front, back to the front. Now it's important to slowly come out of that because sometimes you're going to feel tension if you release right away. So that's why I do it really, really slowly. So again, what stretch you do to one side, you do to the other. Okay, so now we're going to do the opposite side. So you're going to cuff your hand under. And again, I usually say do 3 reps on each side and rotate. So I started on my right and now I'm moving to my left. Don't do 3 repetitions on one side. Usually do one side, then the other, because you have your fascial tissue that crosses through the body. So again, your tightness in this shoulder could be occupied because of what's going on in this shoulder. So just keep that in mind. It may not always be the case, but keep that in mind. So you're going to cuff your hand under the chair. You're going to lean away. So like right there, I feel a little bit more tightness. So this shoulder is actually tighter than this one. And I'm tilting my head to the side and now I'm going to look down to the ground and take a deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. Now I'm going to straighten my head, straighten my spine. And I'm going to let the chair go and palm goes to the back, then to the front, palm to the back, then to the front, back, and then to the front. Okay, release number 2. So I want you to feel the back of your neck. So I'm talking about not on the spiniest processes of the neck, but right here on the side where attachment sites are. And usually if you feel into those attachment sites, you can feel where there's tension. So what I want you to do is find the spot, and actually I'm pretty good today, but find the spot. Oh, I do have a little tension. I have tension right around C4. So you want to, and I don't want you to press really hard, okay? And the other mindful thing that you need to keep in mind is this shoulder needs to be down. We tend to hike our shoulders up so that they become earrings. And in this process too, with your arm up, you might feel like your arm might start to fall asleep. So if that's the case, you need to let the arm down and just kind of give it a shake. Bring some circulation back up into that arm. So I want you to feel into the side, like the back of the neck, and towards a little bit of the side. That's where the transversal processes are. So you're going to feel in, oh, I've got one there. And then what I want you to do is pull that shoulder down, and then I'm only applying just a tiny bit of pressure, and you need to feel into this as well. So I'm going to tilt my head to the side. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, fog 'em air. Again, deep breath in. Exhale. Perfect. And then what you want to do, you can always use the opposing arm. You can do dry sweeping on the neck because these are where your lymph nodes are. And the other thing is too, is when you are sweeping, you can do a little bit more of a massaging motion right here where those attachment sites are where you were working. And then you can pull the neck and the shoulder away from each other. Perfect. So again, what you do to one side, you do the other. So feel that same spot that was tender on whatever side you started. So I started on my right. So on my left, I want to make sure that I'm adjacent to the other side. So again, I am allowing the shoulder to drop, and I'm pulling the shoulder down, and then I'm tilting my head, and right there. Oh yeah, it's releasing nicely. I'm going to bring my head back up to neutral position, and I'm just going to do some dry sweeping through here. All right, number 3. So you have muscles all throughout the front of the neck, and it's funny how many of my clients that come in that talk about how funny it is that when I work on them or I teach them about releasing the front of their neck, how odd it is to them because they've never had anybody teach them about the front of the neck. And it is really important, but you want to keep in mind, you don't want to use a great, especially if you're massaging, you don't want to use a lot of pressure because you want to keep in mind that you have your blood supply to your brain that runs right through here. So you have these muscles and you can kind of see them. If I flex my neck, you can see them here. So these are the muscles that we're after. So what you want to do is you want to tilt your chin up. And now again, you want to be very, very mindful. I have a very sensitive neck. So my neck does not necessarily like to go back in extension. So sometimes I'll have my head back. If I have to put my head back, I aid with my hand. But again, we want to get through these muscles. So you want to extend your chin up so that you feel a stretch through here and pull the shoulder down. So again, you're going to tilt the head back just a little bit, extend the chin, and feel, you'll be able to see a little bit of the stretch from me. So tilt the chin forward. Take a breath in. Again, breath in. Exhale. Foggy in here, breath in. Exhale. Bring your head back straight. Give yourself a little brushing here or sweeping. And now again, what we do to one side, we always do to the other. So you can extend your chin. Pull the shoulder down. Bring your head neutral, and then you're going to sweep. Now I want to repeat, what you do to one side, you always do to the other. And then what I recommend is to do 3 reps on each side. And then usually do a holding of a breath, like breathing in and exhaling for 3. If that feels good to you and you feel like you can do more, by all means, please do more. But I promise you, if you do this multiple times through the day, so when I say multiple times, 2-3 times a day, start in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening before you go to bed, I can tell you, you will feel a great amount of difference through the mobility of your neck and the way that your head and your neck feels with the shoulders. Thank you guys so much for participating and being part of the Pain Freedom Method. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.